Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. I have two triple distilled Irish blended whiskeys. This is Busker, the Busker introduced in 2020, which was a bad release date for them because right as soon as it hit the market, it came about, and that was it for all their promotionals. They're in the promotionals at the taverns and everything around the world, and just has been struggling. But that's what happened. It's made by Royal Oak Distillery in County Carlow, Ireland. This is St. Ides. I keep wanting to call it that, which is a beer. This is Ide Stills Irish whiskey, introduced in 2023, just last year. It's procured by Alexander Murray and Company Group for Total Wine and More stores. So it's only sold there. And I paid, I'm pretty sure it was $17.99, but now the price is $19.99. This runs about $28. I'd have to check the price, but something like that. These Irish whiskeys tend to be kind of pricey. But it was on closeout at Walmart 2 years ago for $10 even. And that's probably because the sales were just not there. I had seen it. Now, they're both amber gold. This one is a little lighter, the Busker, but not much. I had seen it at Walmart. I was interested in eventually getting a hold of one bottle, but I wasn't in a rush. I thought, no, 20-something. But then when I was in there one day and they had it and the single grain version for $10, I said, well, I'm buying both of these. Why not? I mean, there's no, then there's no downside to it. No loss. Yeah. Oh, $43.99. Wow. I was really off. No way I was paying $43.99, but that's what they got. That's what they're selling it for right there in the local Total Wine and More. Okay, we'll do a little screen share and we'll get to the challenge. I'm running late. Factors out of my control. Here's the Busker. Meet the Busker. They don't have an age statement. Of course, they claim it's really great. There's a contest. There's cocktail ideas. There's a distillery, Royal Oak Distillery. Oh yeah, aged in ex-marsala wine casks. I got to put that. Let me update my notes. Whoops. Here's Ide Stills, aged in X, just in oak barrels. They don't say what. Up to 5 years, okay? And you can read their website. Put the link below. Very interesting. Kavanaugh might be a product for Total Wine and More also. That would be coming from Teeling Distillery. Let me update that. So aged in ex-marsala casks for some number of years. It should give it an interesting, unusual flavor. Aged up to 5 years. That's for the Ide Stills. Up to 5 years, definitely not more than 5, or they would say that, right? So we'll go to the current. We'll go with the current price point. $43.99. I can't believe people would pay that. I don't guess people are. $43.99 versus $19.99. Yes, I think I'd rather go with $19.99 myself, but I'm glad I got it for $17.99, and I'm glad I got the Busker for $10 on closeout. I don't plan those things. It just keeps working out. So if it keeps working out, I'm going to keep doing it. Why not, you know? Yeah, generalized grain. Okay, you're going to have some single malt whiskey. You're going to have some grain whiskey, copper pot still whiskey, which would be like unmalted barley. This smells much lighter. So I'm thinking that's the Busker with that light aroma. I remember the Ide Stills a little heavy-handed on the flavor and aroma, if you want to call it harsh. Okay. To me, it has a honey note and the bread crust, honey. Is there an oak flavor? Yeah, a little bit. Let's go over here. Lighter. Honey. Could be some marsala. Now, marsala is a dessert wine. A lot of people cook with it. There's a famous chicken marsala dish. But you can drink marsala by itself. This is Sicilian marsala cask. They make a marsala in New York State called Taylor marsala. Not a proper marsala, really. It's supposed to come from Sicily in Italy, Sicily Island in Italy. But before all that changed and they had these designated origin certifications up, the Taylor got grandfathered in. So they don't have to call it marsala style wine. Just like Corbel Champagne, they call it Corbel California Champagne. Any new company starting to sell that stuff got to call it sparkling wine because they're not grandfathered in. And so champagne technically, legally, can only come from the Champagne region of France. Cognac can only come from the Cognac region of France. Marsala is supposed to come from Marsala, that region of Sicily Island and at the bottom southern part of Italy out in the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so do these taste similar one to another? They're similar because Irish whiskey tends to taste similar. If you drink a bunch of different Irish whiskeys, or let's say taste them, that sounds better than say drink a bunch, you'll notice they're very similar. There's not a big difference. So I think when you talk about that, then you have to think about the price sensibly. There, you know, if the differences are minimal, then why are you paying a wildly higher price for the product, one versus the other? My answer would be you should not do that. All right. I can get Patty still for $19.99 in some stores. Is it a fabulous whiskey? No, but it's nice. You know, it's nice. Gotta clean these glasses up. It's nice enough. It's enjoyable. Is the Busker better than Patty? Maybe, arguably, it could be. I don't know. Like I say, it's close. So why are you paying $43.99 versus $19.99? I wouldn't do it. I'm just telling you, I wouldn't do it. If I had seen that price, I'd still be bypassing it, saying, "Oh well, maybe one day." You know, simple. But when I saw it for $10, of course I'm going to bite on that. Dark Green says, "Jay, what's up, boss? Hello to you." You might use a different name on Facebook. I'm just resting my leg, trying to get it to heal up. Seems to be doing that. Get the stitches out on Thursday. That's the plan. Having a very nice, pleasant tasting here. Going to go to Mass at 8. 12th Sunday of ordinary time. So that would be very good. Very good. Receive the most important food you can receive each week. Now, I'm going to say this is the Ide Stills. And I'm going to call it a tie on flavor. I think they're both enjoyable. They're both recommended from me. And that's that. But when you consider the price, Ide Stills runs away with the show. Just got to consider that. You don't have to consider it. Like my friend David said, why are you always bringing up the price? I say, because that's something people have to consider. Most people do consider prices, I think. I don't think it's bad or gauche or wrong to bring it up. I mean, I'm not saying you should be obsessed with it, but it's part of the purchase. Well, that's the Busker. So now I've got 1 win and 4 losses. I'm digging a big hole for myself. I said all along, if I could, it does have honey. You see, this thing is fooling me. This Ide Stills is really fooling me because I got to keep in mind it is light. Honey is the lead, not the bread crust. And I don't know why I got confused thinking the bread crust. So I think if I use that as my cognitive cheat sheet, you know what I mean? No, I mean. Then voila, I should be able to start getting some victories here. And I said at the beginning, if I could finish even, I'd be happy. Because with Irish whiskey, you doing blind taste tests. If you could just finish even, you're in good shape because they're so close. And I'm unanimous in that. All right, so 1 win, 4 losses. Let's try to get back on track here. And I got this week to even up to 4 and 4. Then we'll have a few more coming in till I exhaust my Irish collection. And then it's not looking good finishing with a winning record now, but at least even. Like I said at the beginning, if I could finish even, I would consider that a victory. So y'all take care. See you tomorrow afternoon, God willing, for another Irish Whiskey Showdown. Taste Challenge.